I second the motion.
I thank the member for Bean, and I call the member for Bean.
Deputy Speaker, on the 29th of September will be the 33-year anniversary of National Police Remembrance Day. The day holds a special significance for police throughout Australia, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, Samoa and the Solomon Islands. It is a day to remember the crucial role police officers play in our local communities and to honour the lives and memories of those police officers who have made the ultimate sacrifice in the course of their duty. We also pay tribute to the families and friends of police officers who have been killed in the line of duty throughout our nation's history. We are forever indebted to those who choose to wear the police uniform in their commitment to ensure the peace, safety and well-being of our communities. Deputy Speaker, throughout the pandemic, police officers have displayed extraordinary resilience and patience. Taken away from their core duties, they'll put on the front line to control state borders, enforce hotel quarantine, stay-at-home orders and other COVID-related compliance. At times, their response included crowd control at various protests where they were directly in harm's way, and sadly, at times they were personally attacked for just doing their duty. Assigned with additional duties in response to the pandemic, police officers were often stretched in their capacity to attend to other public needs and victim-related crime. Nevertheless, their dedication and commitment ensuring the safety and well-being of our communities never faltered. At times, police officers compromised much-needed planned leave to meet the increased workload. I would like to acknowledge and thank police officers across Australia for their service throughout the pandemic and assure them that it has not been unnoticed or taken for granted. Frequently, our police officers are first responders, delivering the initial response in emergency situations involving serious injury or death, or a threat to life, safety or property. They do this in circumstances where their own safety is often at significant risk. Often facing long hours and fatigued, they need to make critical decisions under time pressure. Compounded over years, the traumatic events and pressure first responders are exposed to increases the risk of serious ongoing stress, and it can impact their mental health. It is a risk that most of us will never have to encounter, and it takes an inspiring amount of courage to undertake such a challenging career to help and protect our community. Deputy Speaker, I'd like to acknowledge the role of police unions, the Police Federation of Australia and my old workplace, the Australian Federal Police Association, for the extraordinary work that they do to support police members and their families. And I'd also like to acknowledge the work of my friend Chris Hayes, the former member of Fowler, in advocating for better recognition of policing work. And colleagues, take the opportunity to join with me and the member for Wide Bay, Lou O'Brien, as members of the Parliamentary Friends of Policing. Many of the events leading up to National Police Remembrance Day have gone ahead this year, with a remarkable display of support from the public. Police Week kicked off across the country, starting with the 13th annual Wall-to-Wall Ride for Remembrance, a major fundraising event for police legacy. Hundreds of riders participated and an outstanding $188,000 was raised. Deputy Speaker, to all the police officers who've made the ultimate sacrifice, to their families and friends who've dealt with this ongoing loss, and to all members of the police force, past and present, this parliament honours your courage and commitment, and we sincerely thank you for your service.
I thank the member